silence fades into the night. Coyotes sing at the moonlight. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Feel the wind touch our face. Let's take a spin to a foreign place. These open highways are calling our name.
What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new episode in a brand new series from Namibia. Yes, my name is getting called all throughout the world, but check out this outstanding view. This is Deadvlei, probably the most recognizable spot in Namibia and one of the most recognizable spots in Africa. So without any further delay, guys, let's go and explore the beautiful Namib desert. We're walking right now to the main spot in Deadvlei, but you know, still mind-blowing thinking how long has it been since I wanted to visit this place. But yeah, no more blabbing, more video.
The silence fades into the night. Coyotes sing at the moonlight. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to.
Getting a little bit closer to the main event. Damn, this is mind-blowing, guys. This is just outstanding indeed. And again, everywhere you look around is just purely spectacular. Right now the sun is at 90 degrees or so, that's why you kind of get not the darkish shadows, but overall you can get a really nice view all throughout the valley itself. So pretty much, in order to come here, this is around 400 kilometers or so from Windhoek, which we came last night. I did not film anything because we were exhausted. We went, we ate a little bit, and by the way, if we do stop again in Windhoek, I'm going to show you guys a few of the footages, even if it's a little bit, just because it's the cleanest, nicest city I have seen in the whole continent of Africa. I was not expecting quite deserted, barely anyone around, but purely spectacular. But this is a different episode. This is about a different subject, which is Deadvlei, Sosusvlei, whatever you want to call it. But the best part, not the best part, second best part is the heat. Right now it's winter back home in Romania, and even in the US, in Kansas, it's been minus 20 Celsius. So yeah, switching sides to 31, 32 here in the summer, in the African summer, is truly phenomenal. You can do it. Just a little bit longer. The main event, no, the main character of the trip. He's been wanting to get into the vlog for a very long time. He's exhausted. Look at that, flip-flops. But who cares? We're here, Deadvlei, Namibia. And also, I forgot to mention that I brought my drone on this trip as well. And guess what? I was able to safely put it in Namibia, up in the air here in Deadvlei. So I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of the footage. There's not that much footage from Deadvlei with a drone, so here's a little bit of a different perspective that you have usually seen if you have seen Deadvlei. But again, guys, this is top-notch place. If you visit Namibia, this is number one by far.
The silence fades into the night. Coyotes sing at the moonlight. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Feel the wind touch our face. Let's take a spin to a foreign place. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. The escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape, let's escape. Let's escape. Let's escape.
Just walking here, guys, is just purely outstanding. I mean, I have not seen a place like this. This is purely unique. It's like a little valley right here, surrounded by the dunes, as you can tell, and it has these hundreds of year-old dead trees. I mean, you can see a lot of these trees coming to Deadvlei, Sossusvlei, but you know, this is the spot where they're pretty much in a little crater here created by the dunes, by the wind, by time itself. Is just purely outstanding. I mean, there's so many photo and video opportunities. You know, photo-wise, you can play with perspective and so on. You can get you know, the trees in the foreground, you know, with the dunes, the background. I mean, again, the contrast, you know, is just purely outstanding. I mean, right there, picture perfect. Right there, picture perfect as well. So I mean, yeah, there's barely anyone right now. Namibia is open for tourism. You know, there's barely any restrictions. I mean, it's a country, a large country, humongous. Barely 2.5 million people live here, and you know, in the capital in Windhoek, 300,000 people, but that's pretty much it. And you know, I cannot recommend coming here enough. And if you do come, you know, try to do the full tour of South Africa, Namibia, Botswana, Zambia, and Zimbabwe, ending at Victoria Fall. And interesting enough, it looks like a lot of the trees have fallen down over the years. And again, the mysterious voice in the background always interrupts me, but will not destroy the video. But yeah, quite a few trees, but quite a few on the ground as well. And just nearby, it looks like there's another Deadvlei. Not sure exactly if this at one point was extremely similar to the actual Deadvlei, but barely any trees there, and the ground is all messed up, as you can tell. Again, guys, you can stay here 4 hours in a row just playing with the perspectives, playing with the, you know, the waves of the desert, if I can put it that way. I mean, even the contrast of, you know, this place where water accumulates at times, as you can tell, but also the trees, the flora. Yes, there are flowers, even though I did not show you guys flowers. You know, the trees all throughout with the dunes. I mean, check that out. Let me zoom in a little bit. Phenomenal. So if you do want to see more spectacular photos, even some acrobatic photos, if I can put it that way, just head over to the Instagram account. Most likely by now there are a whole bunch of photos from Namibia. So going back to the spot where the truck left it, you can tell, you know, this place does have water, you know, does get flooded. Quite crusty, and it's all throughout. A quick little FYI about Namibia currency. The Namibian dollar can be used in parallel with the South African rand, and it's almost 1-to-1. I believe it's like 0.98, and they accept everywhere in Namibia South African rand. But if you go to South Africa, they will not accept Namibian dollars. So yeah, just a quick little FYI, because yesterday at the airport I was confused. When I exchanged $100, they gave me the dollar, the Namibian dollar. But when I went to the ATM and took another $100 out, they came out in rand banknotes, you know, in rand paper bills. So I was a little bit confused, and I asked, you know, is this okay? And everyone said, yeah, it's fine. Everyone uses this, supermarkets, wherever you go, you can use it. So yeah, just a little FYI, because I think it's important. That way you don't have the shock when you see South African rand in your hand when you pick it up from the ATM.
The desert.
And if you're wondering how it looks like when it's flooded, here's a good example. Check out this cool tree, but also the cool peas in a pod they have. Not sure exactly what tree this is, but it looks really, really cool. With the branches all the way to the ground. Check it out. Superb. But yeah, outstanding nonetheless. Famous Dune 45 here in Namibia. Most likely we're not gonna climb it just because we spent a little bit more time at Deadvlei at Deadvlei than we wanted. But yeah, this is the famous dune that quite a few people hike it. But yeah, super windy again. May or may not try to launch the drone. I mean, it's quite hard, but we'll see. Maybe we're gonna have to climb a little bit. The sand is actually, you know, scorching hot. I'll probably say up to 50 Celsius, no doubt. So check out this dune right here with the clouds above it, creating this spectacular light and shadow game on the full dune. Quite spectacular, no doubt. And I actually managed to get some footage, even though the winds are extremely strong. And I'm gonna put it right here for you guys. Some people decided to climb it. I decided to fly my drone.
The silence fades into the night. Coyotes sing at the moonlight. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Feel the wind touch our face. Let's take a spin to a foreign place. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape, let's escape. Let's escape. Close through the night. I won't let go until the sunrise. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Wave goodbye to your city life and say hello to the desert sky. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Escape to a world we...
And putting an end to this episode, the first episode from Namibia, here at our accommodation between the rocks, Namib Naukluft Lodge. And first impression, you know, super impressed. These are, you know, it looks like a little motel, but they're actually quite nice. I mean, they have a pool here, you know, as you can see, whole bunch of birds all throughout these rocks. As for the rooms, they are actually quite nice. The view, super cool. Looking at the desert and at the taped lizard. Bedwise, looks pretty comfortable. 1, 2, can sleep 3 people here. But yeah, not bad whatsoever. And of course, the essentials: coffee, instant coffee, but that will do. And again, thanks for tuning in. If you have made it so far into the episode, definitely give it a like, a share, subscribe, whatever you think this might deserve. And until next time, guys, gratitude should be the only attitude. Stay humble, and let's continue the adventure in Namibia. Peace out.
The silence fades into the night. Coyotes sing at the moonlight. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Feel the wind touch our face. Let's take a spin to a foreign place. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape.